So I got this today. Let me just try and open it here. Anyone that knows me should know what this is. It's a collectible. It's $50. It's in this case. This case needs to be cleaned. I haven't done anything to this yet. We open it up, if I can, and look what's inside. I'm actually so excited about this. It's in fairly good condition, honestly. I don't know how this part, like I don't know how to get in there, but it looks relatively clean. Like there's not dust in there, really. There's not a ton of like black oil built up, so it looks like it was cleaned, relatively soon or recently. Yeah, I really don't know how this opens up, but it's this beautiful like almost pink kind of color, maybe like a maroon, and the keys are such a nice, just such a nice color of burgundy. So for $50, I mean, the case needs some love and care. If we look back here, it's not great. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let's turn this way so I can open it up a bit more. So you can see there's some staining. It looks like it has maybe some mold in there. It's hard to tell. And it is kind of coming apart at this seam. But it's in really good shape. Like, the zipper could probably be replaced, which is probably one of the biggest things. And then the rest of it can be like cleaned out probably. I haven't even taken this out of here yet. So we're going to do that. But I'm really happy with this. For $50, this is a steal. So again, here's the underside, and it is very clean and like well put together. It's honestly in a great state. So here's a close-up of that like damage in there. It looks like the leather kind of just broke. Like it was sewn under here at one point and it broke open. So I'm wondering what I can do to fix that. And then again, it probably needs a good clean. But for the most part, it's pretty good. Like I would maybe replace this zipper, give it a good clean, and then I don't know what I'm going to do for this hinged area to kind of try and fix that. But we'll come up with some kind of creative solution probably. So here is the Remington Cicero. It's more up close. As you can see, it has this red color for the top plate and then these gorgeous red keys. I'm just going through and cleaning it, so come watch that experience. So what we have to do is flip this up, and then there's this tab down here which you just flick, and same on the other side if I can grab it. So now what that has done is released the top cage so that you can just take it right out. So my suspicions that this was serviced recently are verified by this felt. If this was original felt, it would be kind of tattered, gross looking, full of like cat hair or just a whole bunch of things. So this looks like it's new felt that someone put in. So this was serviced somewhat recently, that means. And as you can tell with that top part off, it's pretty clean in there. The only thing is, I'm not sure if you can see it back there. Let's try moving this. And back in here, there is some like white speckling. I did try and just wipe it up very, like I did try and wipe up what I could, but there's a little, there we go, that's a better. You can see that there's all of that dirt in there that now has to be cleaned up. And so that's going to be a little bit of a challenge because I don't necessarily want to take this carriage off. That could create a lot of problems. So I have to try and get in there the best I can from this angle and maybe taking off this. I'm hesitant about even doing that because I have, in total honesty, I've ruined a machine doing that where I could not fix the carriage. And this has happened twice with the same machine where the carriage stopped running smoothly because I had taken part of the carriage off or part of this backing off to clean in there. And then when I put it back together, something had just fallen in or gone lost, or a screw was misplaced and I could not fix it myself. And that can be really expensive. So the first thing that I want to do on this underneath side is take some of this mold and mildew that I used on the bag and see if it affects the metal of it at all. So I'm going to do it right here, I think, on the bottom somewhere, where if it does create a spot of the polish coming off the this lovely varnish coming off, then it's going to be somewhere that's hidden. So we're going to do that. All right, let's just try wiping a little bit here. And seeing it got soapy. No, it doesn't feel like it has, but let's maybe let that sit a moment. One quick clean later, and it's working decently all right. Though the one thing, I should have covered this. I know this. Every time I do a cleaning video, I'm like, I have to cover that because every single cleaning material is going to take the color off of the metal there. And I know this, and I still forget every time. Though the cleaning I used did a decent job on the outside. It did not create any problems. Yeah, I think we're decently good. I've done a type test. So this is how it was typing before I cleaned it and got the ribbon changed. So you can see there's some words missing or parts of words. It looked like that first one looked like it wasn't quite in alignment. And then as you can see here, having some difficulties with getting the letters to show up on the page. And then this is how it turned out. Any mistakes in there, like the double D on jumped and the word the at the beginning of the lazy dog with that spacing, those were both my mistakes in typing, not the machine's mistakes. So as you can tell, it turned out quite well. It did a pretty good job. So I'm glad to add this into the rotation of machines that I use. it will service me pretty well, I think. And I was worried about this roller not getting through. That's actually how this happened, is I was feeding through a bunch of paper towels, like a paper towel at a time, and one would be soaked with cleaning solution and one would be soaked in just water, and then there'd be a clean one. And I did this a couple of times in a couple of different places, but it helped so much. So I think there's just probably a buildup of grease down in here. You can't really see it, but if I pull it out this way, those margins. Yeah, so you see this pattern, this roller here. I was worried about it. Actually, it still might be loose. I don't know. That might be some of the problem. And actually, feeling it now, it is... that's the issue. It's not perfectly round anymore. And so, it has a bump in it. And that is probably why it's catching a little bit. I didn't notice that before. You can kind of see it there on camera. Just that little shadow. That's a bump in this. And that happens over time. Sometimes something on the inside breaks, and sometimes just the rubber breaks down. This one seems like the rubber probably has been condensed over time. Like, it's been in there for so long that it's still soft and malleable, so I don't know. Maybe someone tried to put new rubber on, and it did not work out very well. Yeah, you can see it really well right there. There's that huge bump in it, which I'm not too worried about because it is feeding. It just might need to be replaced, which, I don't know. I'll have to see if I can find a part for it. Maybe on one of my old machines that I have decommissioned. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I can figure out for that.